Welcome back, little biscuits, and thank you for joining us here for our WPC Ace coverage. I'm Zyori, flying solo this evening on the tertiary stream. That's right, we're over here on BTS2. Thank you for joining us. We've got Star Ladder going on our primary Star Ladder channel, and Gods is doing some inaugural coverage over on BTS1. We've got our second best of 2 of 3 for the night coming up here. We've got CIS versus TongFu. We just saw TongFu against HGT. And it didn't go so hot for him. HGT made quick work of him, taking that series 2-0. And now we'll see how they fare against CIS. You guys already got a little teaser about the draft since I don't have an overlay to cover it up. But let's go ahead and hop on into it. Yes, indeedy. Now remember, guys, there is no delay on this stream, so feel free to keep me entertained in chat. There's just a handful of you in there, so I can actually read it while casting. I've got Roland here. I just made a delicious, big, large breakfast for the house, and there's plenty of bacon to go around. He's got some eggs in a bowl, and there you go. Get some of that. Get some of that pork belly there, Roland. Yum yum. So, again, thank you for joining us, folks. Let's take a look at this draft a little bit. And oh, look, there's Black. Look at him. Oh, he's so noble. There we go. He looks so good. I hope he's enjoying his time in China. Roland's nodding. Roland seconds the notion. So we'd have a first pick Centaur here. No big surprise about that. The initial band's all looking fairly straightforward. It's kind of, whoa, some mix of those kind of pesky 5 heroes. Lycan, Invoker, Bat Rider, Nature's Prophet, Ancient Apparition, sometimes the Centaur. That pool of those I don't like you kind of heroes. Centaur makes it through quite often, though. He'll be first picked, and then it is the Life Stealer Ancient Apparition combo picked up by CIS. Now, the first pick, Life Stealer, a little bit interesting. Because Life Stealer is not a hero without counters. Shadow Demon is a hero that comes to mind that works pretty well to try and reset the Life Stealer, but and anyone with kind of a positioning tool. And there's heroes like Bane, who I think works well against the Life Stealer, but we don't really see these CIS. Why did I say CIS? Because there's the team CIS. We don't see these Chinese teams running Bane very often at all. They're not a fan even against the Life Stealer. With a Life Stealer, they just I don't know I don't know why they don't like Bane, Roland. I think it's a good hero. They run Axe instead. Yeah, that's true. We got to see Axe in 2 out of 2 games, and here we'll see Axe third ban. I mean, I don't. Axe is okay. There was a while where I was saying, well, Axe is really underrated. He's not as bad as his pick rate would have you believe, but I don't know if he's as good as the stream today would have you believe. He's a good. Yeah, I mean, he's pretty good against Life Stealer. Yeah, but so is Bane, so is Doom, and a lot of other heroes here. Maybe we'll see TongFu pick up a Doom here with their third pick. CIS, they grab Ruby Tuesday. A little Rubik there, the Grand Magus, to go with their Ancient Apparition. Question for you, Roland. What is Ancient Apparition? Is that his name or is that his thing? Was he like Icy the Ancient Apparition? What was his name? I don't know. I have no clue. I couldn't even venture a guess. He's just a. Oh, you have to look it up. Ancient Apparition. I actually want to know. Oh, Kaldur, the Ancient Apparition. How could you forget that? Kaldur. Kaldr. Kaldur. You're thinking of Kaldor. It's pretty close though. It's pretty much the same. Kaldor has a few more vowels in it and an extra H, but Black knows basic Chinese. Interesting. I didn't know that. I mean, I guess you can assume. Yeah, it's you know, not to get racial here, but it's just so interesting to see all these Chinese players and then surrounded around Black. It's like he's their leader from another land. And who is that? Which Tong? That's Sorry Fox, right? The guy with the epic beard man. I think so. That's what somebody told me in the last game. I like that guy. He's just got an awesome look, dude. He's got that killer face that I wouldn't want to mess with. Is CIS the team that has 2 very young players? You're right. It's Speed. Yeah, that we're standing in for DK when we last cast WPC. Yeah, their 16-year-old offlane player, dude. He's like the Asian version of Zai. It's kind of ridiculous. But we'll be a Sand King third pick here. Yeah, Zai. Yeah, that's true. Zai at least looks a little bit more like you're like, oh, he's young, but he's probably an adult. That other kid, you're just like, Jesus, dude, is that kid like 12? Time to find out he's 16, but still, yeah, he looks a lot younger. So Sand King will be the third pick here for TongFu, very popular support hero. I mean, there's nothing wrong with Dazzle and Sand King at face value, but there are heroes to deal with the Lifestealer. Doom and Bane are two that... Trient is okay too, that's true. Yeah, Trient's alright. You can overgrowth them through Rage, but there are here. I mean, Sand King is a good hero, but he doesn't really do much against this kind of single core Lifestealer. And CIS, cheese and crackers rolling. We're gonna see. So far today, we've seen Axe picked at 2 of 3 games, banned here in the third one. This is gonna be a 3 for 3 Wraith King. Now, I've got nothing against the guy, but he's not, I wouldn't even go so far as to say he's bad. I don't think he's a bad pick, but I don't think he's really a great pick either. I think he's okay in niche lineups. But, like, why all of a sudden are we seeing teams just Wraith King it up every game? I don't understand, Roland. What am I missing here? Fill me in. The ult is good. Well, yeah, I mean, you're right about that. I mean, it's like I said, it's not a bad hero. The reincarnation slow is definitely huge, but he's... Well, yeah, it's certainly a playstyle thing. Again, Wraith King, another hero, like, Wraith King and Lifestealer are two heroes that are okay. They can definitely win games. They work well in niche lineups, but they're both heroes with pretty solid counters. Nyx Assassin still in the pool here, but unfortunately TongFu have drafted themselves into a little bit of a corner. I mean, yeah, they've got... I mean, yeah, the Skeleton King is a pretty good pick here because there's a Nyx in the pool, but they can't pick it. They've already got Centaur for the offlane. They have their 2 supports. Invoker's banned. Is there... Yeah, you're not going to pick a Lion. Yeah, forget about that. So, okay, they'll grab this Slardar, and he pairs well with the Dazzle, you know, your minus armor. And actually, Slardar works pretty well with Centaur, because what's Slardar's big problem? Gap closing. Stampede helps you close those gaps, so... Yeah, that's a good point. Roland says that Lifestealer and Wraith King, they're both melee, so that's good news for Slardar, but... Having that Stampede, as soon as Centaur hits level 6, Slardar can start picking up kills instead of having to wait for that Blink Dagger to start making plays. So that's a little bit exciting. I don't think they're going to ban Sniper here, Roland. They might. You never know. I mean, crazier things have happened. If you had told me, you're going to see Axe and Wraith King in the first 3 games tonight, I'd say, shut the fuck up, Roland. Get out of here. Get out of here. You got to lay off the booze, man. Slow down on the sauce. But it happened. So, I don't know. They'll ban out the TA here coming from CIS, and that makes some sense, I suppose. TA wouldn't be bad. Would synergize well with the Dazzle and the Slardar, all that minus armor. I see where they're coming from. And CIS, they'll take... Oh, yeah, TongFu, they'll take their time. Shadow Fiend for TongFu wouldn't be a bad 5th pick. They do need some more carry power, though. That's for damn sure. Yeah, okay, they ban out the Quap. TongFu needs some sort of a carry. Shadow Fiend would actually be pretty darn good here. He works well with this minus armor strat. He's a ranged hero, which they desperately need. And they already have plenty of crowd controls. Between the Hoof Stomp and the Slardar Slitherine Crush and the Burrow Strike, I think they're okay on lockdown. So I would love to see an SF here. CIS, though. Yeah, maybe a Dragon Knight wouldn't be too bad for CIS. No? You don't like Dragon Knight? Alright, what do you like here, Roland? They've got 25 seconds. A ranged Initiator. I mean, they could take a Magnus. He's not ranged, but he is an Initiator. Not the best Magnus game. Yeah, I think ranged is the key, though. That's the... Both these teams are very melee heavy, so... So, alright, it will be a Mirana 5th pick here for CIS, and that does give them some initiation power, kind of like Roland here was mentioning. Roland is like the, you guys ever see Home Improvement? He's like the guy, the neighbor that hides behind the fence. You never get to see his face. Roland's the man behind the curtain. He wants to give me the information, but he doesn't want to be mic'd up. One of these days, we're going to make you co-cast, Roland. Before you go back to Malaysia, we're going to have the official Roland cast. And, it's going to be a lot of fun. Yeah. So, TongFu, yeah, they'll settle for a Darkseer 5th pick, and they're going to go melee out the arse. Dazzle is their only ranged hero, and this is... Yeah, this is going to be interesting. Luckily for them, though, there isn't a lot of, like, there's no axe, you know, there's no timber saw, there's no hero that just straight makes man meat out of all these heroes, but... Oh, yeah, that Ancient Apparition. Oh, that'll be pretty scary indeed. Well, an interesting game we'll have on our hands here, guys. This is game 1 of this best of 2 series here between TongFu and CIS, and we'll hop right into our game. Yeah, or maybe Roland is just my alter ego. I'm developing a split personality here, and Roland is one of my inner demons. You guys may never know. You'll have to, yeah, we'll keep you guessing here. And let me... Yeah, oh yeah. Never mind. You guys have seen his hand. You know it's not just my inner voices. It's my IRL voices. So we're having a little bit of fun here on the WPC stream today, guys. Obviously, most people are watching Rock's Kiss versus IG on Star Ladder right now. There are bigger matches going on, but we do thank the handful of you that are joining us, and don't worry, we'll make the best of it. I'll channel my inner Lysander here, and we'll be giggle bushing all over the place. I've got some coffee, I've got some bacon, some orange juice. That's the recipe for a good time, if you ask me. Looks like we'll see some initiation. Oh boy, Wraith Fire Blast and an arrow. One will hit the Dazzle, the other will hit the Slardar. Dazzle maybe first to skill grade level 1. He certainly will. That'll keep the Slardar alive for now. Maybe they can turn this around. Who will get the first blood? CIS getting stunned up. Can they find a kill to secure Dazzle popping his healing salve? And CIS, they will retreat. No first blood. Both sides will survive. They force Dazzle to skill the grave, which is a little unfortunate, but it does keep their Slardar alive, and they prevent the first blood. So very nicely done. That is why you hold those early skill points if you're on that Shadow Priest Dazzle. Dazzle Marazzle. Razzle Madazzle. Big plays. Big plays. Everybody likes bacon. So let's introduce our rosters. Here on the Radiant side, we've got TongFu for the second time tonight. We've got Sorry Fox on the Physician 1 Slardar. He'll be joined by Q playing on the Shadow Priest Dazzle. XBG on the Jungling Darkseer to get things started here. MT on the Solo Mid Centaur. Not too often we see that. And it will be an off-lane Sand King played by U9. Very interesting lane setup here from TongFu. Now, CIS, they're on the dire side here. We've got Demons playing on the support Ancient Apparition. They're doing a bit of aggro try. They'll be joined by AO playing on the Rubik, and they'll be supporting their Position 1 Wraith King, played by Inflame. In the mid lane, it is Black playing on the Mirana with that beautiful hairdo, the tail of the Moon Rider. Just you guys away. I'm going to have my tail of the Moon Rider before too long. Up top, that'll be June playing on the solo safe lane Life Stealer. I'll bet my Canadian bacon on CIS. All right. Yeah, Roland, over under. What are the percentages this game? Who's the favorite coming in? CIS? Easy 2-0. Easy? Are you? Yeah. Roland says easy 2-0. He doesn't even think it's going to be a challenge. So, all right. Big words coming from the man behind the curtain. We'll see if he lives up to his reputation as the SEA/Chinese master. Uh-oh. Sand King. He's taking some pretty heavy damage here. He's got a Burrow Strike. He's open wounded. Will Burrow Strike June into the tower. This could be your first blood, but which way is it going to go? One more hit on the Sand King. He'll survive. One more hit on the Life Stealer as well. He'll survive. Both sides playing with fire, but whoa. The Unburnt. The Mother of Dragons. The Breaker of Chains. Daenerys Targaryen up top here. Playing with fire. Wow. That was a pretty close call. Both of them one hit from conceding the first blood. In the mid lane, Black having a pretty good time, 9-1 against the 8-3 Centaur. And everyone else just kind of roaming around. Sorry Fox, he is not farming much at all. 0-0. He's activated this regeneration rune. Demon's looking for a deny, but won't find it. So that is rough for TongFu. Their Slardar getting completely zoned out. Meanwhile, Inflame, our last hit leader, 14-7. And Slardar is one of those heroes. I bring this up all the time. He just doesn't play well from behind. Doesn't have a flash farming mechanism. Doesn't really have a great way to... Hello? Are we back? Oh, looks like we're back. Hey there, oh there, hi there. Oh, Verizon. Why you do this to me? Shit. Looks like it. Well, I'm not sure. I'm trying to load back in. We'll see. But I lost my WPC Ace stream, so let me see if I can figure this out. Easy, take easy. Well, it looks like we didn't miss too much here, folks. We made it back in. And let me... oops. Control.
Missing top.
Missing top. Let's see if I can get my WPC stream back. Yeah, there it is. All right, getting those B-frame bars. But alrighty. Alright. We're back in it. Yeah, get that Star Ladder stream rolling. Rolling. Jeez. Okay, so we are back, guys. Sorry about that. That was totally on our end. Our internet just hiccuped. All of our computers just died for a moment. So I don't know what they're doing. Looks like Verizon decided to do a little bit of maintenance on the line here at 5:30 a.m. PST, and they've got no respect for our WPC coverage. No respect. So, anyway, where were we? In Flame here on the Wraith King. He's still the leading last hit farmer, and oh god, sorry, Fox. He's about to concede that first blood. He'll survive just barely as he gets ion shelled and surged by the Darkseer, but still, he has absolutely nothing. One last hit to his name, getting completely shut down here in this aggro try from CIS. So aggressive that they don't even need to keep it a tri lane. They'll just break it up, and AO on that Rubik will rotate up top. He secures some farm here for the Lifestealer, who is winning this top lane here against the Sand King. Now 26-8 versus the 13-1 SK. Then in the mid lane, Centaur, well, he's doing okay. It's a break-even lane. They're within 1 CS from one another, now tied dead even at 25 apiece. Darkseer, his CS a little bit inflated. He did start off in the jungle, which is where he's headed now, so... This is kind of awkward for TongFu. We should see a pretty big lead for CIS. Yeah, about 1,000 gold, 500 experience already, just from the laning phase. That is just pure last hitting. No kills, no hero kills, no tower kills out on the field yet. They're just finding the better of it. They're getting better farm, and the side lanes here, they're 2 hard carries, Lifestealer and the Wraith King, doing very well. Speaking of the Lifestealer, though, he's in some trouble. We'll take a Burrow Strike. Rage, doesn't need it quite yet. Rubik will help him out with a telekinesis, but AO, he'll get sandwiched, and... that is some yummy Rubik meat there. Dazzle draws the first blood, and TongFu, they show us a sign of life. They find some recovery here. Unfortunately, to find that first blood, they have to leave in Flame to absolute free farm mode here in the bottom lane. Looks like he will be gearing up for a Hand of Midas. Has the Gloves of Haste, 1,100 gold in the bank. And I think this is a good game for it, no doubt. Black with an arrow, throws it, looking for a kill onto the Centaur. Doesn't find it. Nails that creep in the face. And oh, we see some pings coming out onto June. They're going to go for it here. Burrow Strike does have a Rage available. There's the heal from Dazzle. And Slardar just not in the right position. Can't get off the Slitherine Crush. They're going to dive it, though. There's the Poison Touch. June in big trouble. Trying to get what he can off the Courier. He will fall. Phase Boots now, but TongFu, they grab the first 2 kills of the match. Nice dive. And they make it happen. Taking the experience edge and bringing back a little bit of that farming deficit they had in the early game. That'll give them a small edge right now, but they still have a good ways to go, still getting very out-farmed in these lanes. In Flame, taking pretty hefty damage from this double Ion Shell. Now Demon's going to tank it up. And did I get my Twitch chat back? Are we working? Are we scrolling? Oh, yeah, there we go. Tastes like Rubik.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
Ba-da-ba-ba-ba. Uh-oh. Ruby, you got to be a little careful here. Sorry, Fox, he's pinging it out. If he can connect with the Slitherine Crush,
Dire's top tower is
could
under
be a little
attack.
bit rough. Lifestealer now headed back to lane. The Phase Boots first is so smart, though. Even if he ends up transitioning into a Hand of Midas, the Phase Boots give you so much more utility for escape, for setting up kills, and just all around giving you that extra bit of damage you need. Really core on Lifestealer. Only time you can go that Hand of Midas first is if you're in absolute free farm mode. Basically what this Wraith King is doing. He will walk back to the base here, and no, he's not going to go the Hand of Midas. He picks up the Belt of Strength. I'm a bit surprised, I have to admit. He could have just picked up the Power Treads, See, what's weird about that is he had the brown boots. He walked back to the base and finished up the treads. I thought he was going to be pulling the gold to grab the Midas. If he wanted to do that, he could have just finished the power treads over here at the side shop and then walked back to the base a little bit more quickly. Would have been a little bit more efficient for him. And I don't want to try out a hero build. Go away. What? Roland, how do I make this go away? The tab that says try out a hero build. Oh, never mind. There it goes. It disappeared. It like covers like the text up there. Sorry, I didn't mean to wake you up. Or get you up, rather. Slardar, well, he's finally starting to find a little bit of recovery. Now that Wraith King was forced to walk back to the base, Slardar, he's got 7 CS on the field, but he's not out of the clear yet. The Cold Feet comes out. It won't be enough for a proc, but the Chilling Touch doing a lot of damage. One more auto attack. Wraithfire Blast won't be online. And Slardar, no, he'll double back. He'll get finished off here. Slithering Crush. A lot of damage coming out onto the Ancient Apparition. They just need vision. There they go. They'll secure the kill. Port coming in from the Dazzle, though. Out comes the Wraithfire Blast. Inflame. Doesn't have enough mana. And he may fall right here. Does have a couple of wand charges. Okay, we'll have the Reincarnation. Meanwhile, up top, looks like an engagement could break out. No, just the Darkseer and Sand King having a little bit of fun. There's the Bro Strike forward. Ion Shell on. He's going to go into the Sandstorm. AO in pretty big trouble here. June will buy him a little bit of time. Darkseer with the wall down. Black comes in. That'll be the end of the Darkseer. Now U9 in big trouble. One more auto attack ought to do it. He'll pop those wand charges. Nice Bro Strike through. Slardar now rejoining the battle. Nice with the Ring Crush also. He's going to channel that Epicenter. Might be able to turn this around. June taking heavy damage, trying to finish off Black. Won't get in range. That's a kill. Well done by Black. He'll just barely outrange that Epicenter. Looking to chase down Sorry Fox. They won't have the mana, and CIS will come out ahead. That'll be a 2-for-0 up in the top lane. Meanwhile, down bottom, Dazzle could be in some trouble. Inflame procs the ultimate, throws the Wraithfire Blast. Probably could have dove the tower, but a port coming in from the Darkseer will be enough to repel him, and he will walk back to safety. Black with the haste rune on. He wants to pursue. Leap forward, looking for the arrow. Sorry Fox walks into the trees. That'll be an easy kill. He could have kept just going straight. He could have put on those dancing shoes and done a bit of footwork, but instead he makes it easy, moves into the cubby. And Black capitalizes, and he'll finish him off. Meanwhile, down bottom, now the Darkseer in trouble. He'll take a Wraithfire Blast, gets off the Surge, but the Cold Feet procs. That will be a kill. Wraith King gets another one on the board. CIS started out 0-2 in hero kills, but they're here with a response. 5-2 at the 11-minute mark. They're picking up more momentum. 1,500 gold and experience going in their favor. They've officially won all of their lanes, and they are picking up serious momentum. Black now with Phase Boots, 1,700 gold. He'll pick up his Magic Wand. Oh, my Lanta. TongFu, what is happening? What is happening? Well, they're in trouble. That's what's happening.
Missing bottom.
You know, I filled my orange juice with ice, and I wanted cubes, and it was set to cubes, but I got crushed. Why did our little ice dispenser give me crushed when I explicitly said I wanted cubes? Somebody call the plumber. I can't get cubed ice anymore. Wraith King, not going the Hand of Midas like I was talking about. We'll just go into Armlet. We've talked about several times this cast because we've seen Wraith King every single game. We'll hold that thought, though, as Sand King, he's at risk of shattering here. He's got that AA ultimate. Dazzle with the Grave. That'll buy him some time. He won't shatter. June forced to back up through the tower, and nice weave comes out from the Dazzle, puts the debuff onto the Life Stealer there, as well as his good buddy Sand King. And U9 survives. Ooh, in the mid. Arrow. Nope, off the mark. So CIS, they're just in great shape all around. The biggest problem for TongFu is going to be this Slardar. Sand King, he's looking pretty good. He'll have a Blink Dagger before too long. He has Arcane Boots. He's well on his way to a timely Blink. We see Darkseer. He spent a lot of time in the jungle. He's doing okay. He's middle of the pack. He's died twice. He's all right. The big problem, though, is this Slardar. Because he's that carry and also mid-game tempo controller where they need him to be a playmaker. He is their carry. They have all of their eggs in the Slardar basket, and he is actually behind the dire supports right now. Well, at least behind the Ancient Apparition. That is a scary statistic. He'll get a little bit of freeform here as CIS makes some rotations, but this will not be a timely Blink, and we're about at that point where by the time he gets the Blink Dagger, it'll be so darn squishy he won't be able to do much with it. Dazzle will fall in the mid lane. Ancient Apparition picks up that one, does connect with an Ice Blast. Centaur pops the Stampede, comes cruising through. U9 comes in, Burrow Strike on 2. There's the epicenter. Won't be enough to finish off the Ancient Apparition. He'll fall as well. Now MT in some trouble. Slithering Crush. That will be there to finish off the AA. Maybe they can find some more. No, it'll be a 1 for 3 here in the mid lane. CIS again. Find a great exchange.
Middle is missing.
And yep, this is a BO2, guys. CIS versus TongFu, WPC. This is our second of 3 best of 2s tonight. And this is our first game of our second series. So after this match, there will be 3 more WPC Dota games coming up. Plenty of Dota to go around. Black now, Ring of Aquila, going a nice early game build here on Mirana. She's hitting pretty hard already with the Aquila Phase Boots and Magic Wand. Pretty tanky as well with about 10 armor. And oh yeah, there's your armlet on the Wraith King. And what are you doing, Mr. Life Stealer? Okay, Phase Boots into Drum. I like this from CIS. They're going a very powerful mid-game kind of build here across the board. No Hands of Midas. They could have gotten away with Midas Gaming here. They had a really good farming edge early on, but instead they opt for more mid-game oriented items, which tells me they want to fight. They're looking to pick up kills, and they're looking to take the edge while they can. Now, alongside that strategy should come a mech. Mech is crucial if you want to take those mid-game fights. And TongFu, they're well on their way. It is going to be the Darkseer with the headdress. He's, all right, maybe not well on his way, but he's working towards a mech. And I think CIS will be well advised to work on one themselves. Blink Dagger now up on the Centaur. Great leap from Black. They'll stampede forward. They do secure that kill. Centaur gets a 600 gold bounty for finishing off that streak. Rubik ports in, as does the Ancient Apparition. Needs to be a little careful here. He'll get amp damaged, and now they'll just happily dive this Ancient Apparition. CIS crumbling here. XBG does have a surge, and will get away from harm. CIS just not ready for that team fight here from TongFu. A cheeky little smoke gank, and well timed alongside that Centaur Blink Dagger. He's the tempo controller. I kind of misspoke earlier. He's the tempo controller, and Slardar, he's their carry. So this is good news for Slardar. We'll find a little bit of extra farm recovery here, but now June joining the battle. They want to finish off Slardar, getting in the right clicks. Ao, he'll get sandwiched under the tower. And Inflame taking pretty hefty damage here as well. He does have a couple of stick charges. We'll have to use him if he wants to proc the ultimate. Slardar finally falls. Burrows straight forward from U9. Will channel the ultimate. Wraith King, he doesn't get the stick charges off. And he does die with the ultimate off cooldown. Black off the mark with the arrow, but Sand King, he will fall inside the Sandstorm. Tier 1 tower in the mid has already gone down, but this fight is not over yet. Dazzle as well as the Darkseer in trouble. They're in full retreat mode. Dazzle gets off the grave, but it won't be enough to keep him alive. And there's that one last auto attack. Now a haste rune onto Black. He connects with the arrow. There's the Starstorm as well. And even though it was a little sketchy for CIS at the beginning, they do clean it up, and they pick up the kills. So CIS showing us that in a 5v5 fight, they can certainly hold their own and do a lot of damage. But for TongFu, the name of the game will be Guerrilla Warfare. If they can keep smoking, finding these rotations, and knocking down towers, it could be good news. But CIS right there with a response, and still keeping Slardar a ways off that Blink Dagger. Wow, just power treads and 500 gold. Seriously, by the time he gets this Blink Dagger, he'll blink in, and they'll just turn around and smack him in the face. Not much that he can do. I've got that Liquid Drum and Bass song stuck in my head now. We were listening to that mix during the break while I was making breakfast, and now I'm singing it in my head. It's distracting, I have to say. So CIS, this is what's scary about this game for TongFu is that CIS have the carry advantage, and they're also winning the mid game. They won the early game, and now we're getting into that mid game here. About a 3,000 gold, 4,000 experience lead. There has only been one tower killed total this game, and it is that tier 1 in the mid lane that TongFu were able to just take out. So CIS still have these money bags just hanging out, ready to pick up, and given that they have the carry edge, they're just in great shape. They can sit back and farm, or they can be the aggressors. They've got a lot of options. Speaking of aggression, June in the bottom lane. He'll get hopped on. Doesn't even get the rage off. Sand King gets the kill, but an easy 3-on-1 gank. As I mentioned, it's all about the guerrilla warfare for TongFu. They need to find these numbers ganks if they want to be successful here. Meanwhile, in the top lane, speaking of numbers ganks, Darkseer, it's a 3v1, and they'll finish off the little Ishkafel. Support did come in. We see TPs from the Slardar as well as the Centaur, but they don't get there in time to save him. Sand King's farm finally paying off. U9 will grab himself the Blink Dagger here at the 18-minute mark. Not too bad for a support Sand King. He has been doing pretty well, 3, 3, and 5. Been involved in every single one of the kills TongFu have put out onto the scoreboard there. BP from Inflame down bottom. U9 blinks back, looking to pursue. Another port coming in, but not much he'll be able to do. Tier 1 in the mid lane falls, and it is denied by the Centaur. Back-to-back denies as Inflame denies the bottom Tier 1 as well. So more towers falling around the map. Lifestealer working towards an armlet. And Black, boy, has he been controlling runes here. That's going to be another double damage up on him. He's gotten more than half the runes this game, and now has himself a Yasha, so he is speedy. And he is pretty far. Marana #1 on the net worth chart. 81 and 11, 6, 1 and 3 in hero kills. Throws an arrow in the mid lane. Off the mark, but kind of a close call. One of those close your eyes and hope for the best kind of arrows there as Centaur is cruising around the creep waves. But yeah, again, I mean, just look at the last hit chart. CIS, all 3 of their lanes are the top 3 in terms of last hits right now. And creep kills and denies. So, speaks to some of their laning prowess and just how they're one up on TongFu. Still no armlet for the Lifestealer. It looks like he's pretty darn close. Yep, just waiting for the Gloves of Haste, Ancient Apparition. There's his point booster. He did go Urn of Shadows first, still sitting on brown boots. So, of course, working towards the Ags. No big surprise about that. Pretty core on old Calder there, the Ancient Apparition. And already the armlet up on Wraith King, probably pulling up for a Blink Dagger next with that 1900 gold. As we've talked about several times, that is core on this hero. This is our 3rd of 3 games seeing Wraith King tonight, and it looks like he's here. Better get used to it.
Dire's structures are fortified.
Some more tower exchanging will come about. AA ult flies in the top, does connect with 3. CIS will be forced to sacrifice their top tier 1 tower. They do burn the glyph, and they'll get a tower kill of their own. No glyph available for TongFu. They could try and port in and make something happen, but nope, will just be a tower for tower exchange. And following that, almost all of the tier 1 towers down. Only one standing. It is this top tier 1 on the Radiant side.
Dire's top tower
Moonlight Shadow coming out from CIS. They will press forward, looking for an opportunity to gank, though I don't think they'll find it. TongFu still stationed about the top area of the map. They'll just rotate towards the mid lane. Looks like they want to catch this Slardar. And sorry, Fox, he's made the right call here, I think. Well, he's made a call at least. He's kind of given up on his hopes of getting a Blink Dagger and just goes straight into the Ogre Club.
Is missing.
Now, this can be a little bit of an issue. It's one of those, like, yeah, you can get your BKB, but then you don't have initiation power. But it's one of those, you're kind of damned if you do, damned if you don't scenarios. Because if you just go straight Blink, he'll hop in and then just get turned around upon. They'll just straight up destroy him. So, he's just stuck between a rock and a hard place. That's really what it comes down to here for this Slardar. You need the initiation power, but you also need to be able to survive, and that comes from a BKB. Now, the one difference in this particular matchup is that they've got a Centaur, and that Centaur with his Stampede will make initiating for Slardar a little bit easier. Even without a Blink Dagger, he can just cruise on in without having to take that extra damage from his sprint. So I think the right choice in the context of this game. Pipe comes out for Centaur, and yep, there's that Blink Dagger on Wraith King. He's got the Infest Bomb ready to rock and roll. An interesting game for a Pipe. There is plenty of magic damage between the Marana Ancient Apparition and even just like the Wraithfire Blast. There's enough magic damage to make the Pipe worth it, especially against the AA Ice Blast. It does come in handy. Now Wraith King in the front lines. He is level 12, so just at that next point in the ultimate, he blinks forward. Wraithfire Blast onto the Slardar. AA ultimate will fly forward. Connects with the Slardar. In flame. He will fall. That procs the ultimate, but just in time for June to come out. Arrow flies. Does connect with the Centaur. Out comes the Shallow Grave. Darkseer there with a wall right in the middle of the fight. Can they keep the Centaur alive? He'll get a Cold Feet proc. No, he'll be the first to fall. Marana finishes off the tower. In flame gets picked off a second time, but they also lose their Sand King. Looks like CIS may be able to just take this fight by brute force. Slardar barely surviving by the skin of his teeth, but Dazzle, he'll get Surge. Doesn't matter. He gets stunned up. Now they'll continue to press forward. Arrow, well done by Black. Connects on the Darkseer. It'll be a 4-for-1. Triple kill coming out for LGD's Black. CIS's Black. .LGD. June, armlet toggling here. But yeah, they'll get the tier 1 tower and a tier 2 tower, plus a successful team fight.
is under attack.
Slardar, it was almost a full 5-man wipe. Slardar
Radiant's
barely
top tower
surviving.
has fallen.
But, I mean, Slardar has been almost a negative impact this game. 0, 3, and 4. He has done so little. He can't initiate, can't do any damage. Wow. So following that fight, Ancient Apparition, all of a sudden, he just picked up his point booster. He's got another 2,000 gold. We're looking at like a 26, 27-minute Ag Scepter, depending on how much he farms in the next minute here. Looks like, yep, just waiting on that Blade of Alacrity. Sanj coming out for June on this Lifestealer. Either a Halberd or an S&Y, one or the other. But Black just obliterating faces this game. And just as an FYI, guys, I do have the Star Ladder stream open, the Rocks Kiss versus IG. I can't really watch it in cast solo, but it is open on the CoCaster PC next to me, and trying to keep tabs, so feel free to keep me up to date. I'm enjoying the Star Ladder chatter here in the Twitch chat, and you know, as long as y'all are watching BTS, I'm not complaining. With that, CIS will move into the Roche pit. They don't have a hell of a lot of minus armor here, no medallion, so it will be kind of a risky Roche. They won't commit to it. It's TongFu that have the pretty solid Roche lineup with all that minus armor. But of course, they just are not in a position to try and take it. Now upwards of a 7,500 golden experience lead for CIS. Oh boy. That's a Desolator out on the Mirana. Black says, you know what, forget about the Manta. I wanted the movement speed of the Yasha. I'm going Glass Cannon, baby. I want to hit hard. I want to hit fast, and he's going to grab that Desolator. A great item to achieve that goal. And now things, I think, will be scary for TongFu. Let's take a look at the armor situation. Dazzle with 4, Slardar with 9, 6, 11, and 13. Just not a big armor team. They do have a mech, which will help out, but only so much that mech aura can do in terms of dealing with a Desolator. And a smart pickup from Black. I really do like it here. I like it on this kind of Mirana build. CIS move back into the Roche pit. A little bit of a risky play, like I said, but even if TongFu wanted to contest, I don't know how easily they can do it. With the blink on Sand King, level 2 Epicenter, maybe they could have set something up, but CIS feeling confident, and they'll be rewarded for their gamble.
Middle is missing.
Sand King, he gets scouted out by the AA Ultimate. They do have a Sentry Ward down, and he will be forced back.
Dire's top tower
Infest Bomb ready on the SK. I shouldn't say SK. WK, the Wraith King. He's still Skeleton King in my heart. Roland still calls him Skeleton King because he's such a hipster. I remember the first time I killed King Leoric in Diablo 1. I'll never forget forever Skeleton King, man. That's like such an in my mind such an iconic like hero from my gaming history, dude. Hey, that's like one of the first quests you get in Diablo 1. If you don't get the Butcher, you gotta kill Leoric. Jeez, man. Even Diablo 2 or Diablo 3, you gotta kill you kill Leoric in the first act, right? Isn't that the first boss you kill?
If you can.
Yeah, that's the spirit. Roland's been playing Reaper of Souls. Every time I go up here, he's just slaying shit on Diablo. Oh, yeah. Black, he's ready to show off this Desolator. His Dazzle, he's zapping all over the place. Oh, the arrow from Black! Ancient Apparition will get credit for that kill as he does shatter, but nicely done by Black. He's been on point with the arrows this game. And Skeleton, no, Sand King. Too many SKs now, messing with my dyslexia a bit. And, yep, this tier 2 tower in the mid lane. It'll get chipped away. Sand King, dude, they're committing to this. Blinks forward. They're just ready for this Infest Bomb, but TongFu, they're just going to sack this tier 2 tower. They have no Dazzle. They're not in a position to defend, and there's your 27-minute Ag Scepter on the Ancient Apparition. That is ridiculous. He's also level 11. Slardar trying to push her this bottom tier 2. He does have himself a BKB, but the question is, will it be enough? Whoa! Close call. Very close call. They almost juiced him. You see him running in circles. He's like, Jesus, guys, that was close. He's like, guys, that was my 10-second BKB. Oh, AA? Oh, just a little too late. Would have been clutch if he could have shattered him, but won't have the deeps. Very unfortunate. Still, that Ag Scepter, man. Look at how much damage it does. It's ridiculous. Nothing the Slardar can do. Just wasting his time. Love it. So Sardar's got himself another Ogre Club. Probably looking for a Halberd here. And, I mean, this is just bad news for TongFu. This is their hard carry right here. Their hard carry has nothing but a BKB and a casual Ogre Club. Black with an arrow. Nope. Nothing off the mark, but a noble effort. Skeleton King, he's working towards a BKB of his own.
Damage.
Yeah, I don't know about this Slardar, man. You're absolutely right. He's on point with the AA, and that is just so scary. Ugh, really a triple carry here for CIS. Black's Morana been top of the net worth chart this entire game, and he's scary. Who's got a double divine? Huh? Oh, really? 430 with 2 rapiers? Why am I not watching this? He's got 2 Battle Furies, 2 rapiers, and a Daedalus. Are you shitting me? Oh, at 40, what is it, 48 minutes? What? Oh my, what is happening in Star Ladder right now? I'm watching Roland, don't worry, they're not doing anything, they're just farming. Double rapier, dude. This calls for an aside, a soliloquy, if you will. And they just got Roche. Jeez, dude. Rock's Kiss, they're in trouble. Look, Rock's Kiss drafted Bane. They know what they're doing. I'm telling you, Bane's a good hero. I don't know why the Chinese teams never pick Bane, but he's so, so good. What the fucking hell? Wow, I just got disconnected. Alright, I thought the internet dropped again, but... Okay. Alright, sorry about that, guys. We just got... I don't know why I'm having so many connection issues with the World Perfect servers today, but... What are you gonna do? Dude, I just wanna see this Ember Spirit crit on somebody's face. Oh, okay, yeah, they got knocked out. Okay, so the game... It wasn't just me. The game just crashed in general. Alright. Good call, Roland. I was watching this Ember Spirit drop 2 rapiers. No, he didn't drop 2 rapiers, but I'm ready for when he does. Alright, yeah, looks like this server just had a split. Everybody DC'd here. So we'll get back into this game. While we're waiting, we'll talk about Star Ladder. Seriously, Roland, what is happening? How did he farm up 2 rapiers that fast? Dude, 50 minutes. Yeah, that's true. You are doing a lot. Roland's making infographics. He's co-casting with me, and he's trying to watch Star Ladder to keep me up to date. Basically, I'm making Roland my handmaiden. Game of Thrones style. You're the, what's that character's name? Do you watch Game of Thrones, Roland? God damn it. You're like the whore that's doing it with the midget, you know? Sansa Stark's handmaiden. I'm Sansa Stark, and you're the one diddling the midget. Sorry, I didn't mean to insult you like that, but it was an appropriate analogy. We're back in the game, though. BKB out on old Skeleton King there. And... Oh, looking for a kill. Won't find it, though. Yeah, CIS, they're just in such great shape here. 10,000 goals, 7,500 experience. This is their game to throw. Like, they're not at that point where it's an insurmountable lead, but it's just more that they have such a carry advantage. I've said it a few times, but it's basically just a Slardar at this point, with, like, no farm. I don't know how TongFu are going to take this to the late game. I mean, we're already at that 30-minute mark. We're kind of starting to move to that point, and, well, this is how they'll do it. June will get caught up top. Oh, the Infest, he survives. The port's in. Skeleton King, he connects with the Wraithfire Blast. There's the pipe, but he'll get telekinesed. MT in trouble. Can they finish off the Centaur? The follow-up isn't there. I thought this would be a little more climactic, but oh, there we go. Now the crits are coming. In Flames, swinging that little skeleton sword. Has plenty of mana for the Reincarnate. Ruby Tuesday, throwing the Fade Bolt. There's the BKB from In Flame. Toggling that armlet. He'll finish off the Dark Seer. And they'll make it a 1-0 going the other way. Nicely done by CIS. And... Oh! Q ports out in the bottom lane. But he shatters as he makes it back to the well. Poor little bugger. And now more fighting up top. U9 gets caught in the telekinesis. He'll take a Wraithfire Blast as well. Ruby may pay with his life as he tries to get chopped down by the Centaur. Yep, Centaur will cut him with the axe, but it will cost him his own. That'll be a 1-for-4 across the map. CIS fighting! And Black, he is just cruising around. He's got the Moonlight Shadow on. And, yep, they'll come back down. Oop.
Regeneration.
Wow, so CIS, they're just melting faces here, Roland. It's all over the place. Every lane, they're picking up kills. Yep. Roland called a 2-0 for CIS this series, and based on game 1, he's well on the way for his bets to come real. Roland, why aren't you on Esports Ventures, man? You could be making money right now. Be betting on who you know is going to win. Come on, Roland. You got the money. You can do it. You can be getting rich. He's too busy to bet, this guy. CIS will go high ground here. Glyph comes out. And pokes forward here. I don't think we're having audio sync issue, guys. I don't know. Maybe I'm just casting slow, but...
Radiant's middle tower is under attack. Radiant's middle tower has fallen.
Sync looks good as far as I can tell. They will finish off the tier 3. Roll and do some detective work here. Pull out that pipe. Get on that Sherlock Holmes hat. I'm not sure how you're going to tell. I could cut to the camera real quick, I suppose. So, Black just going to farm up the Ancients. And that's a BKB now out on the Mirana. Guess it's hard to tell if we're having sync issues unless I'm doing play-by-play, but... what are you going to do?
Invisibility.
I'm trying to think. What can TongFu do to turn this game around? I mean, I think they're almost at that YOLO mode where they need to Hail Mary it. They need to take some kind of a risk. They need to do something. They will have a 4-man smoke here in the mid. Trying to bait it out with that Slardar. And oh, you're right. We're still... Oh, my God. That's so embarrassing. We were watching the VLC stream. Yeah, you guys were right. Good call. That's really delayed. I'm such an idiot. Oh, my God. Stop making fun of me, Roland. I know it's bad. It's really bad. You guys are watching the wrong video feed. Thank you, chat. This is what's so nice about not having a delay. But Wraith King, he'll fall. He actually wastes his BKB, comes back up, and they'll get the kill on Slaughter. I can't believe I forgot to... It was right up when they showed the video, you know, after the pause, and I never switched it back. Derp wagon. All right, well, they're going to finish off the Centaur. It's a... I was doing commentary. Just looking at, like, literally a 30 seconds behind of what I was calling. That's really unfortunate. I'm embarrassed, guys. Now I'm embarrassed. Oh, God. But there's the GG. TongFu will tap out, so... Figured it out a little bit late. Thank you, Twitch chat. Thank you, Roland. And you guys are killing it. I'm sorry for firing shots. Jesus, dude. Roland, can you go out and buy some Red Bulls, please? Oh, yeah, I forgot. Roland can't drive. Son of a bitch. Damn it, Roland. So there we go. Nothing but smiles on the side of CIS. Black. There you go. Look at that high five right there. Cheering his team to victory. I'm not sure who it is that he was high-fiving, but well done. LGD, or pardon me, TongFu. It's been a rough day. Right now they're 3-0, and CIS just dominating him here in this game. I like the CIS shirts, though. I like the dragons. They look awesome. Oh, boy. Well, guys, that was our third game of the night. We've got 3 more games right at that halfway point. We'll have Game 2 between TongFu and CIS coming up after this short break. And then after that, our last best of 2 of the night will be Titan versus Orange. Oh, that'll be an exciting series. Roland's giggling. He's pumped. I'm pumped up as well. So, plenty more Dota coming, guys. Thank you for joining us here on BTS2. MVP that game was... Black on the Mirana, and I think very appropriate. 9, 1, and 8. He was nailing LeBron James arrows left and right, slam dunking the 3-pointers. I don't know how one goes about doing that, but well played by Black. I think a much-deserved MVP there. So we'll have a break, guys. Don't go anywhere. The conclusion of this best of 2 series coming up after this.